if you've never been to Market 301, what you're going to find is about 30 different artists, makers, and or local boutiques in Lexington. We have so many talented artists and makers here in the city. I felt that it was important to give them a place to showcase their goods so that Lexington can really keep that shop local focus. I hope when somebody comes to Market 301 for the first time that they leave with just a knowing of how important it really is to shop local, that the people that they see here tonight really are people of our community. Obviously we want them to leave with all kinds of fun new local goodies, but just knowing that importance of shopping local and how that comes back to their community.
Lexington Design Company has been operating for about 4 years. I started doing the prints heavily about 3 years ago. Right now we are in my home studio, and this is where everything happens for Lexington Design Company. I would like to come in here, feel inspired, have a clean, very aesthetic place to sit down and create new product and take my photos and really launch new lines and products and things that are going to make the community happy is my goal. So I like to come in here. When I go to markets, I definitely take lots of prints of different sizes. I take frame prints that are ready to be gifted or ready to be put on your shelf in your home. And also lately I've been getting into teaching classes and teaching hand lettering, and I hope to expand that in 2018 with more market products that are geared towards that. Probably about 6 years ago, I actually was peer pressured a little bit into starting an Etsy store because I've always been into crafts my whole life, you know, everything, arts and crafts, coloring, sewing, all that fun stuff. And 6 years ago, I opened up an Etsy shop, and I was making things like actual craft items. And I loved that, but it wasn't as rewarding for me. I felt like I was always trying to come up with the next best thing of making something or taking something off of Pinterest and making money off of it, and I just felt like it wasn't authentic and it wasn't me. I was actually walking through Joann Fabric and came across a mink machine, which is a foil applicator, and it was on clearance, and so it was, you know, pretty inexpensive, and I thought, I want to take a chance. This looks really cool. I love crafting, and I want to see what this is about. And the next month, I actually set up at South Elkhorn Fall Festival, and I put a couple prints out with some foil, and they sold, and I just was like, this is what Lexington Design Company needs to be. I actually set up 2 years ago at Southland Street Fair, and I had a booth set up, and it was very cold and it was very windy, and I just remember saying, I don't know if I can do this anymore because I sold paper. It was so windy, and I just felt really discouraged, and Joey, who helps and assists Mindy put on Market 301, he came up to me, he was there shopping, and he said, you need to apply for Market 301. And I kind of had heard about it, but didn't really know exactly what it was. And so after he left, I was like, I need to look into this a little bit more. And later that summer, applications opened back up, and I put a lot of time into making my booth completely new and more designed and better for the product I was selling. And I applied, and I got accepted, and it's been such a huge blessing being a part of Market 301. All the other vendors and makers are a really close community. We like to, you know, joke with each other and hang out and talk, share our successes, share what we're learning from. So it's the customers, it's the atmosphere, and it's also meeting other makers in Lexington, because I think that's really important to have that support group of people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. You know, I am a small business, and by small I mean it's me in my home studio, and this is where everything is made. And having a brick and mortar is it's a risk, it's a challenge, and I know it's extremely rewarding, but as a small business, it takes a lot to get there. So the markets are so important. They're important for the makers, they're important for the people that put it on, they're important for the people that shop it, to definitely interact. That's our way to get in front of our customers, to find out what they want. That's not just behind a screen, but to really talk with them, get to know them, and make Lexington even better. I mean, I think that it all comes back to creative people with creative minds and creative ideas are making moves in Lexington, and we've got the people here that are supporting it. And I think that it comes full circle, that We've got people that want to buy that. We've got people making it. People buy that, and the people make it want to make more. And it's just turning into this really, really cool city that I didn't know such a small city could support such a big idea.